Alright, first so tomorrow I'll be looking at one would be AMD, playing it off this ascending triangle. As you can see, the stock came down and bounced off support and also bounced off the other support, which is your daily trend line. So since the trigger will be so far away up here, to actually get my trigger, I would just play off the high of today's, which is 151.65. So I'll play it above 151.65. So I'll set a trigger around 151.70 and 151.75. Okay, so another one would be Netflix. Oh, well, AMD, you can play the put. The put would still be the break of support. Since the trend line is running so close to support, I'll just play it off the break of support. And that trigger would be 143.30. Okay, so Netflix still got the downtrend coming down, and it can't break that downtrend. But what I like about it is the bounce off support right here. And honestly, let me see, the call trigger would be, I played at 604.15, and the put trigger would be the break of this support, which is 595.67. Yeah, so I'll play that, and then for Microsoft, just that a little bit. Microsoft, I'm playing this falling wedge. And as you can see, today's candle, excuse me, it was a dojo, but it was more bullish. As you can see, is the wick at the bottom leg is longer than the top, so it was more buyers there. Even though the candle's red, because it came all the way down and it had some tracking back to do, but it was more of a bullish dojo to me. So actually, I would play that break up right at 335.73, and I will play the put actually off the rejection. So I will play the put. I'll play it around 333.25. What else we got? We got Disney. I like that one. Yeah. So Disney is trying to break this trend and out this triangle. I wouldn't play Disney until it's actually break this 50 MA, and the 50 MA is at 157.68. So I will actually play that trigger at 157.80. That's what I'll be putting my call trigger at. And also I'll be playing the put trigger off the rejection inside the trend line. So I will actually play the put around 156. Yeah, 156 even. Also here on Disney we have bullish center line crossover about to happen. like QCon. Okay, QCon. There's really no pattern for QCon. So actually, I'm playing QCon off this break of the resistance. It seems to be a pretty strong resistance. You got one hit here. You got a big old zone here. You got another hit there, another hit there, another hit there, hit there, hit there, hit there. It's just a big old zone. Yeah, so that's pretty tough resistance for QCon. Yeah, I'll play it right off the break. So the trigger would be 187.41. But also, as you can see, after hours, it's at 187.50. So if it's, say it's just going to keep running in the pre-market, you can actually just take your high from another candle. Like, say this candle right here, the high that day is 187.39. That's not going to work. How about this one? 187.84. So you can actually use this trigger, the break of that. So you can put the trigger at 187.90 and actually play that as a call trigger. In the put, I will actually go with the rejection of hold on. That seems to be alright support. So we have support there, there, there. This big old support zone. Got some support here. Yeah, it's pretty solid support. So actually, I will play that off the break of support, and that will be 182.86. That'll be my put trigger. Or you can actually play it off the rejection. Just because the fact that QCOM is, well, that resistance line is pretty tough for QCOM. So I'm pretty sure if it gets rejected, it's going to get rejected pretty hard. And if you want to play that rejection, you can actually play it at 186. I will go with 186.50. Anything on Facebook? Facebook is in a falling wedge. That dojo is pretty weak. And it closed under the AEMA. I'm not really bullish too much on Facebook. Unless it, I mean, if it does its thing, it does its thing, but I really don't see it being bullish chart wise. But to play the call trigger, the trigger would be 339.79. And the put trigger would be the break of this support, which would be 335. You could just play 335 even. And Tesla, Tesla, I'm already in it for a swing, but let's do this here. So let's stop right at pretty much a good, it's not even a tough resistance. We got one hit here, well, a little resistance on here, and then one hit there. I don't know if that candle even hit. I guess that candle's hit. So I mean, yeah, I guess it's a pretty solid support. I mean, sorry, resistance. Let me change that color. So pretty solid. But I got another resistance so close to it. I mean, if you was playing calls, I wouldn't get into it unless it breaks that second resistance level. So you can get in actually add. I mean, if you want to play it above the first resistance level, you can play it above the today's daily high, which is 1201. But aftermarket's at 1209. So yeah, you can actually play it off the first break of resistance, which would be 1214. And then the next resistance is 1224. So I mean, you could be in it for a good 10-point move before it gets to the next resistance. And for puts, I will actually play it off this support. Honestly, or you can play it off the rejection after it comes back down. Well, I can't say rejection because it's at 1209, but if it retests this resistance line to actually make it a support line, but actually fails that line, then yeah, you can actually get into the put. So that put trigger would be right below that resistance at 1198. Yeah, I'll just play it 1198 even. And but from the news, I really don't even see Tesla slowing down right now. If it does come back for a retest, people probably selling out, taking profit, but it's gonna bounce. I really think that. But yeah, so that's what I'll be watching tomorrow. Probably come up with a few other things after I start looking at some flow and see where the interest is at. Also, I got to look at what sectors is hot also in the morning, so things may change up. But this is what I'm watching.